Well, good morning. Pastor Greg here, Faith Lutheran Church, Harvey, North Dakota. Here I am bringing you my midweek message, short devotion. It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, December 24th, 2021. It is the day before Thanksgiving. And we've been ramping up, getting things done here in the office and so forth. And we're just trying to get ahead a little bit. So you notice that the newsletter has already gone out for this year, or this coming month. Just logistics of the way Thanksgiving falls into the end of the month just makes it work better that way. So I want to thank you for spending some time with me this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, whenever you're watching this. I'm not really sure when you usually do, but certainly I'm glad that you're here, and I'm hopefully that you're benefiting from this particular type of ministry, and we're just glad that you're here to join us. So what's going on here at Faith? Well, lots. We're ramping up to Advent, and I'll touch a little bit more on that in a minute. And so we're getting ready for all of those things that happen, but then right around the corner is Christmas. So literally we're only a month away from Christmas, and so that's an important thing. And I'm not going to touch on it a whole lot today because we'll do it later. We do have a Christmas Eve worship service at 5:30, candle lighting, and that's when we do our children's program. And it's a basic program, and I'll talk more about that. But other than that, so we're moving into Advent. That means we have our Advent. We're going to do Advent worship services again this year. Last year we kind of weren't able to get together, and so we're glad that we're able to do it. And we're going to do it a little different than we've done in the past. We've always, since we started these Advent worship services, we always have just done it during the meal. And this year we're not going to do it that way. We're going to have a meal, and then we're going to have worship. And there's some logistical problems that we're solving by doing that this year. And as I've done in the past, we're going to look at a story. And this particular story this year is an Advent family story from it's a Sola Publishing piece, and it's a story about a family. And it's enjoyable. This Sunday you'll get the introduction for it in the bulletin, and you read that. Take stock on to whether or not you wanted to come and hear the rest of the story. I hope you do. So Advent services, we have the meal from 5:30 to 6:30, and then at 6:30 we'll have the Advent service. It's only about 20 to 25 minutes. And then following that we'll have our usual Wednesday evening Bible school programming with the kids, and if there's an adult who would like to start a class, that would be just wonderful. So that's where we are. Sunday after worship, the 4-year-olds through 5th grade are going bowling at B52. That's right after worship. So join us for worship in the morning, and then stay and go bowling. It'll be fun. If you have any questions, contact Candy or myself or the front office or the office here at Faith. Either way. So the only other thing I want to touch on before I start to talk a little bit more about other things, December 2nd, we are having an open house for the members and friends of Faith, and it's a two-parter. They're both on December 2nd. One is from 10 to noon. You can come enjoy some goodies and coffee and cider and that kind of thing. And then we'll have it from 4 to 6 in the evening as well. So if you're getting off work and you want to just come and say hi and fellowship and join in with others who are gathering together, that's great. So wonderful thing. So that's kind of what's coming up. I want to thank the Sparks family for being in worship on Sunday and giving us a little update on the Musana camp. So a camp that we in our ministry continue to fund on a regular basis, so we're glad that they can tell us what's going on there. He showed a short video and then spoke for about 15 minutes. It was a wonderful opportunity. That's all on YouTube if you want to see it. You can go ahead and watch that. Other than that, let's see. Just other than Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Now, Judy and I aren't going to, we're going to celebrate Thanksgiving tomorrow on our own, but then we're going to travel over to Red Willow Bible Camp where Kate and Frank are and their kids, and then Sammy and Evan are going to come down from Hallock, and we're going to get together and spend Friday and Saturday together. So we're looking forward to that. I'm hoping that your family can get together. If you don't have family and you don't have anywhere to go, First Lutheran across the way is offering a free Thanksgiving meal. So go fellowship and eat, and it really is free. There's no requirements for you to pay at all. They don't even ask for money. So just go ahead and join them if you don't have anywhere to go, and I would recommend that. So join them. What a wonderful opportunity for them to give back to the community. Anytime we see churches giving back to the community, we should be excited and giddy about it. Anyway, that's enough of that. That's all I got to say. There's just a lot going on. First communion classes and those kind of things. They're on the on the sheet that we have for our youth. That's handed out. If you have any questions about those kind of things as well, or baptism, give me a call. All right. So it's the first Sunday of Advent on the 28th of November, and so these are Advent texts. What is Advent? Advent is the awaiting of the coming. So we're awaiting the coming of what? When we had, prior to Jesus, they were awaiting the coming of the Messiah. So they had something to look forward to. So what are we awaiting the coming of? Well, certainly we're awaiting the coming of the celebration of the birth of the Messiah. But we're also awaiting the coming of Jesus when he returns sometime soon. We don't know. We're not told. We're not supposed to figure it out. When it comes, it comes. And that's where I'm going to kind of tend to. So our Luke text today for the Sunday is Luke 21, 25 through 36. You could stop and take a look at that. I'm going to concentrate on just, of course, a couple of verses that I wanted to focus on. So you can either read that and come back with me, or just plow through it. So the first verse I want to take a look at is verse 27. And it says, and then they, now all of these people who are seeing all of these things that are going on in the world, where the earth is in distress, nations are fighting nations, all that stuff. It says, and then they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with the power and great glory. That's Jesus' return. And so we're so excited to be able to think about that. But all of these things are going on. And all of these earthquakes and all of this stuff is just continuing to come on. And we have been told over and over and over again that we do not know the day or the hour that that's going to happen. And so we await the coming. And we look at all the things that are happening in the world. And then people begin to say, oh, look at all the things that are happening in the world. It's getting close. Well, all of these things have been happening in the world since the time of Jesus. Since before the time of Jesus, not much has changed a whole lot, and because we're told not to focus on these things, not to fret about these things, we're told to watch for the coming of Jesus, while all these things are going on. And then the other verse I want us to take a look at to help you understand where we are with this is verse 34. But watch yourselves, and then he says, lest your hearts be weighed down with dissipation and drunkenness and cares of this life, and that day come upon you suddenly like a trap. So don't get stuck on the stuff that's happening. Don't fret so much about the stuff that's happening that you do other things. And don't fret when you hear other people say that these things are, that it's close, and that all of these things must occur, and they are occurring because it's happening and now, and so get yourself right today. Well, yeah, get yourself right today, but we don't know if it's today. We don't know if it's 50 years from now. We don't know if it's 20 years from now or 2,000 years from now. We've been waiting 2,000 years already. So this idea of Jesus' return is not an immediate thing. It can't be happening right now. And that's kind of where we are. And there are people out there. There are people out there that are telling you that unless you get your act together, it's too late. Well, yeah, you have to get your act together. But don't stress about the things that are happening in the world. Earthquakes have been happening. Wars have been happening. And they're continuing to happen. And in America, we've had a pretty calm lifestyle for a while. I mean, we went through some pretty turbulent times in the early part of this country's view. And so we had some fairly long peaceful times, and we're starting to see some of that struggle come back. But that's not the determining factor of when Jesus returns. He'll return when he returns. So be right with him. Verse 36 says, "But stay awake at all times." And I love this next. "Praying that you may have strength to escape all of these things that are going to take place." Pray that you have escaped from these things. Trust in the Lord in your prayer. And yeah, he'll give you the strength. And then the last bit of that same sentence, "and to stand before the Son of Man." That's, of course, judgment. But if you're looking towards the Son of Man, if you're looking towards Jesus, if you're looking towards the Lord, all as much in your life as you can, we all fail at that from time to time, and maybe we're better at not doing it than we are doing it, but continue to do it. You'll get better at it every day. That's what I say. Just keep doing that. So that's really what I got to say about that. And I think maybe that's kind of where my message on Sunday will be. But again, that sometimes takes a right turn when I wanted to go left, or vice versa. So, yeah, thanks. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on that. So I'm going to stop there. So for our prayers this week, let's pray for people traveling. A lot of people are going places. We're not going that far, but we're traveling. Some people are traveling via airplane. Some people are traveling across via car. And always pray for their safety. Pray for their family get-togethers, that they're peaceful and fun, and that they learn to love one another and continue that love towards each other that a family should have. That's what we're looking forward to. We're not perfect, but we certainly try to have fun when we get together. So, yeah, so pray for those. And then again, as always, take one person and pray for them. I don't care who. Just do it. All right. Well, again, thank you for spending, holy cow, almost 13 minutes here with me. And I'm glad that you did that. I'm blessed that you've done this with me through these last couple of years that I've been doing these. And I'm just glad that you're with me here. So blessings and peace to you through our Lord Jesus Christ. As always, do take care.